Welcome to part 2 of the Twilight Princess 90% tutorial series. I'm gonna cover everything that's passed back in time, like directly after, up until you reach the area for Sword and Shield Skip. And just as a note, Sword and Shield Skip section is probably not going to be as good as other tutorials. I'm definitely going to probably have to link you guys to others that can explain things a lot better, but I'm gonna do my best, just making sure you guys are understand. So, since this is directly after, what you want to do with this part is you're gonna walk for like 3 steps and then just try and do frame perfect rolls. Nice. And you'll talk to this guy, mash through text, and you'll get the lantern. Keep mashing through text, roll backwards, and then you actually need to equip the lantern. You can do X or Y, it doesn't matter. I like to do Y. It's just easier for me because it's how I've learned. But you're gonna just keep rolling this way. Try to avoid reading the sign. And you're gonna want to, if you can, roll past that sword. Otherwise, you can actually do a roll stab into the cutscene. Just roll through the cave. Now, don't put your lantern away because it's actually slightly slower. So just keep it out, swing it, and then put it away. And I usually walk against the web until I see Link walking, and then I start doing rolls. Also, this area is actually rather laggy, so sometimes it's a little difficult for me to time rolls here. Two rolls is actually better here. And then just walk to the chest. And I hold forward whenever I do that. That's usually fine. Normally you actually get hit by the guy as well, so keep that in mind. And then you'll just roll through this area. And you'll go left and go through this hole. This is actually faster than going around to the right, because this is the most direct path you can take to get to this gate. You'll pull the sword out like right after you open the gate so that you have it out here, and you're just gonna try and do as perfect movement as you can. Because there's actually a section up here that you'll jump slash right there, and you'll go further into the cutscene. Like, it'll start it, but you'll go further, so you actually get a little tiny bit of time save. And then all you have to do is slash twice because the sword, and then jump attack and chain it into a quick spin. You'll just jump attack and then you'll spin that twice. You'll spin the control stick twice and it'll just do it automatically for you, so you don't have to worry. And then just smash through text here. And there's actually different ways of doing the goats that are coming up. Also, after this cutscene, mash start. Because of that. And then you'll mash through a small bit of text and go up right and roll to Epona. This is faster than calling her, so I'll show you the easier way because, yeah, so you'll go up left and make sure that they're all facing towards the barn whenever you whoop. You pretty much don't want to press A unless you know the goats are facing in the direction that they're needing to go. And then you can just do whatever as soon as you know they're all in. Mash through text, and then try and avoid hopping over the gate. You want to go around it, because again, slightly faster. And here's another instance where you're gonna mash start. You'll go upright. You can roll twice, I believe. Sometimes you can do 3, but normally you're gonna bonk into the door, so just keep that in mind. And you can actually, yeah, if you get that camera like that, then you'll actually have called him as soon as you possibly can. But you want to target him whenever you try to talk to him, because you'll actually be able to talk to him sooner. Say yes. And then you don't have to mash this. This will just go away on its own. Now this right here, I'm just gonna mash through. You cannot press B to say no. You have to go down and then press A. And then you're fine. Skip. And then the fastest strat is actually to try and get a slap right away. Otherwise, you can actually, quote, one cycle this guy. I don't know how else to call it. There's 2 cycles, and you can do each one in one as long as you slap him first. Unfortunately, this guy is stupid RNG. And it doesn't help that my arms are actually hurting, so I'm not gonna mash the way that I usually do. But it's fine, it worked out. Then you'll just hold slightly, like you can do up left if you want, and it'll be fine. Now you have the arm boots. And then you'll do down left. And then go to the door and go out. Whenever you exit the door and you end up here, you're gonna roll off, press start, go down, and you're gonna actually save over this. And this is going to save you time later. It's just menu time, so it's not a lot, but it does help. And you're just gonna roll back out this way. Now, with this, whenever you roll into this, rolling up left isn't going to help because you're going to be in the same exact position no matter what you end up with. After this cutscene, you'll be in the same spot. So I just roll forward, and then you're fine. After you're done talking to Colin, you'll just start rolling this way. And then you'll just roll to this and go through the crawl space. And if you want, you can have a little fun by holding C up and mashing A, however you want to do it. Mash start, skip the cutscene, mash B because it's going to ask you to save. And now mash start. And this is actually something called box breaker that I'm going to try for. Okay, so essentially I'm going to skip this and pause. Essentially that saves frames, but what you're wanting to do is hold like in between up and up left whenever you dash. You want to dash like the instant you possibly can, so you'll mash A while you're holding this direction. And you count, including the dash, you count 7 steps. And like right on the 7th step, as soon as Link's like kind of slides back from the step because of the chain, you start mashing B. Now, when you're mashing B, you have to watch the attacking animation. Sometimes I've noticed that he stalls slightly. I'm not really sure what causes that. But you pretty much want to hold the same direction and keep mashing B. And then on the 4th attack, you want to hold directly left. So then that makes his tail hit the box. And then, yeah. And then you can just run over to this and dig instead of having to break it after the cutscene is done and everything. Then you just hold up left, go through the gate, and then jump attack onto the chain and go through this way. Now with this, normally what people do is they'll go as far right as they possibly can and let go of the control stick like right at the edge. But I've found some inconsistency with that because sometimes you can hold it too long and you'll actually jump off. So I get to like this point and then I slightly go up a little bit and then I do a side hop. It's a little weird trying to display that in slow motion because, yeah. So what's best here is actually to do a B hop, and then most people just run this way, so I'll show you guys that. And there's actually a way where you can jump attack onto the chain from below. I just had a really weird angle. I apologize. Trying to dash cancel here is a little weird. And you can also do that without having to jump over. If you feel safer, you can jump over. It's just slightly slower, that's all. And then you can actually just hold down. And then you're fine. Hit B to, well, hit B and then instantly skip the cutscene and you're fine. And then you'll just go this way. Now, I actually have something that's kind of, I guess, I wouldn't say a setup because it's not consistent enough, but it's what I do. I'll do my best. This coming up, the reason why I say a setup is because there's a minute text skip coming up here. And you want to do your best to try and skip the text. So, if you fail it once, it's kind of pointless to try and go for it again, but it depends on how you fail it as well. If you completely miss the text skip, then, or if you miss the text entirely, then you can either choose to go for it, or you can hit the text if you decide to. But basically, there's an angle that you hit, rocks, and placement of where Link lands will basically not hit the midna trigger for text. That's the gist of it. So you mash the text here. I always hold left. And then I mash start. Now I'm gonna do my best to try and get it. I missed it, I'm pretty sure. We'll find out in a second. Oh, I did get it. And there's actually a one-framer there where you can instantly jump instead of waiting for Midna to jump. But I wasn't prepared, I guess. There's another one coming up here, so I can maybe show you. And then just get on this rope. This is pretty straightforward, you're just climbing up. This one is not a one-framer, so you don't have to worry, I just like mashing quickly. Now, you're gonna jump here, and then hit Z. This one is a one framer, so. Alright, I got it. As soon as you're jumping to the last one, you can let go of target, by the way. There's also a one framer here, but it's not really worth to go for because you actually have to save here. So, I jump attack, and then I save over file 1. Yes. Do not immediately dash until you get like to the top of those steps, because you can actually bonk pretty easily on those steps. It's kind of weird. Mash through the text, get on top of the box. You'll dash, and then do your best to dash off the end of these ledges, because dash canceling is actually very good in this area. Here's another one framer, which I missed. And then to go over this slightly, because I've seen people do this before and it's actually slower, don't follow the roof going this way. Cut over as much as you can. It actually saves 1 second if you cut over. So, keep that in mind. This can also happen, so I'm going to, yeah, there we go. Mash start while holding like upright. He didn't even go in the direction. If you need hearts, there's 2 in here. And when you come in here, when you're done with the cutscene, which you will mash start to skip, hold down right and wait until you get away from Zelda, and then the boxes are there again, and you'll have more hearts. You only have 3, but it's nice to know. So you'll just run over here, and then that's pretty much the end of this section. You'll mash start, and then it's going to bring you to the next section. So yeah, thank you for watching. This is part 2. Any questions, as always, feel free to comment. I'll try and leave my Twitter and my Twitch name so you guys can also ask me questions. Twitch is harder to contact me with, though, just to give you an idea. You can whisper me, but inbox messages are a little weird because I don't check them as often. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope this helps.